Hi guys, Anton here from Adventure Africa, and today we're here at Bass Lake and we've got two unlikely competitors against each other. We've got the Jimny from Suzuki South Africa and the Jeep Sahara from, well, Jeep South Africa. And we decided to put them against each other. So the reason why we did this is both of them are equipped with similar four-wheel drive systems. Both are selectable in 2 high, 4 high and 4 low. The Jeep also has a 4 high automatic function, but we stayed away from that today and we basically compared them as is. Another reason why these vehicles are so similar is neither of them have diff lock systems and they both rely on traction control. We did some proper 4x4ing with them and also some high-speed cornering, braking, etc. to see which one is actually the best. So with the high-speed braking it was a little bit uneven. I mean, the Jimny is only 1,060 kilos, whereas your Jeep is over 1,700 kilograms. So obviously the Jeep will take a little bit longer to stop. But at our test, it was barely 2 meters or 3 meters every now and then. On handling, they both did equally. The Jeep, however, we struggled to switch off the traction control, and it is really a process to get that completely off. The Jimny, easy. It's a button, it's off, and no traction control. So, driving the Jeep, I really liked it. It is a pleasant surprise. I mean, braking on the gravel, it handles well. It doesn't feel like a short wheelbase. It gives you all the power and everything that you need. And off-road, it was very capable. We really enjoyed the fact that the traction control was able to kick in when you needed it. There was this one obstacle that we tried, and I knew that we're not going to make it, but it still impressed me. Being a basic Jeep Sahara, there's nothing funny in this thing. There's no suspension, no better wheels, no nothing, and we literally were able to get it almost to the top. Now, if I had maybe better tires, instead of the all-terrains that we have on, maybe a pair of mud terrains or whatever, I'm sure we would have had a much better chance of getting up. But unfortunately, we're driving vehicles that come straight from the factory and they don't have these things on. But this is a Jeep Sahara. Its heritage is over 70 years already, and it doesn't look like it. I love what Jeep did with this vehicle. It didn't take an old vehicle and transform it completely. This is still very nice. It is still rugged, extreme, but it's functional and it's easy to use. Everything is in place. There's nothing funny. It does what you tell it to do, and I really like this car. This is an amazing little vehicle if you just want. You know what? It's unfair. I can't say that you cannot take this on a long run. Yes, you can't drive it in town. I mean, the fuel consumption is just crazy. But on a long road, I'm not going to complain if I get 9 liters per 100 k's on a vehicle that is actually built to go off-road. But no, there's no buts. This is a Jeep Sahara. I don't need the Rubicon. I'm never going to drive on obstacles like that when I go on holiday. Where I go, this is fine. It's going to perform in the sand. It's going to give you ample of power when you need it in dunes. But I'll go for the 4-door. I'll have a bit more space, but I still like it. Is it the winner? I don't know. Is it good? Yes, it is. 840,000 rand good? Maybe. Maybe go and look for a second-hand one. But yeah, now let's test the Jimny. So, the Suzuki Jimny, it's actually a decent little car. And when I say little, it's tiny. It's got a 1.5 litre petrol engine in it. It's just over 70 kilowatts that you get out of this little motor, and 130 newton meters of torque. Now that sounds way too little for a 4x4, but with the traction control system, we really went through a couple of decent obstacles, and again, it surprised. Was it better than the Jeep? No. Can you compare it to the Jeep Rubicon? I think that would be unfair. Keep in mind, this is a very tiny little vehicle. It is extremely capable off-road. But the limitation that it has, because it doesn't have a diff lock, you feel it. We tried similar obstacles, or all the vehicles went through exactly the same obstacles, and there was this one obstacle where we really struggled, but we only struggled in the last part, and basically that was because of this vehicle's very short wheelbase, and the tires didn't help either. It's got little tiny tires, and the obstacle needed something bigger. We needed a 33 or a 34-inch tire, a vehicle with a little bit longer wheelbase, and perhaps diff lock, and we would have been able to get through. But again, the Jeep also didn't make it through. The Jimny is good. On tar, doing 150, it feels a little bit loose. But take into consideration again, this is not a heavy vehicle. This is not a big vehicle. A little bit of wind and you will feel it. You need to drive the vehicle or the Jimny the whole time. You can't just rely on the vehicle to do anything. You need to assist it. But again, I don't think Suzuki ever built this vehicle to go on 1,000 kilometers straight. The vehicle's intention was always to be a little 4x4, a little run around in town. For that, it is amazing. I mean, this one, the fuel consumption is much better than the Jeep. You can actually drive this in town. Mom can get the kids in here. But you're not going to load a lot of kids, but you can get some of the kids in here, and there is space for their suitcases in the back on your regular school run. But again, off-road, it's where it shines. The little Jimny really can do a lot with very little that it was given. The interior looks fine. I mean, you've got a nice big infotainment system, you've got air conditioning. It's good. But is it the winner? I don't know. The Jimny is much cheaper than the Jeep. It's around about, I think it's half the price of the Jeep. And with that extra money, by all means, get yourself a nice suspension. Get some bigger wheels, some little bit more tougher wheels. Get a roof rack, get a rooftop tent. Hey, get a little off-road trailer that you can hitch behind and you can camp in it. I would say that this vehicle, for the guy with a budget, is perfect. Second hand, you can get the Jeep now, the 2020 model with about 30,000 k's on the clock, for around about 650,000 rand. But then it's standard. There's nothing on that vehicle. The Jimny, if I have an extra 250,000 rand, it's an off-road trailer, small one, can only tow 750 kgs behind this, unbraked, suspension, wheels, maybe a nice set of new rims, and you're off to Botswana. You can't say that about the Jeep. So is this the winner? Maybe. So Jeep Sahara versus Jimny. What is your thoughts? Who do you think is the winner? Let us know in the comments below. And yeah, subscribe to our channel, like, follow, have a look on our website. Watch out for the next issue of Adventure Afrika and Afrikaans version, Avontuur Afrika. That's me, Anton, and that is our Jeep Sahara versus Jimny. And it doesn't want to do a donut.